Good morning, everybody. All right, all right, all right. Running 79 degrees on the back porch in the shade. Yes, we are. This fine Thursday is the 11th September 2025. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Welcome once again from the beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Tyler, Texas. Yes, yes, yes. Well, we're at American Truck Simulator. Let's pick us up a load. What do you say? All right, all right. See what we got going. We're in Lewiston, Idaho. I guess we'll go over here at Grand Junction. Let's see. That's 800 miles. Pocatello, 451. All right, we'll do that. We'll take that corn and we'll go over here, Pocatello, Idaho. It's 451 miles. So we'll go ahead and accept that load. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Jump out. Shut it down. Probably should have shut down before I jumped out, but oh well. Alright. Now we're going to come up. We'll come over a little bit. Back out. That way we get the whole trailer. Alright. Now we'll hit the enter key. Alright. The product has been loaded. It automatically turns the truck around for you. As many of you already know, we are running the Hell Creek seed and grain trailers along with the Hell Creek trucks. Well, the skids anyway. Alright, alright. Now, we all loaded up, ready to go. Now what we're going to do, we're going to come on up. Then we're going to overlook the bay here. Alright. Well, even the bridge shows up like a mirror on the water. I like it. All right. I'll take us a little look around. Uh huh. Yeah, buddy. You like it, you give it a thumbs up. You don't give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, hit that bell notification, get everything I bring when I bring it. Yes, all right, all right. Comment, it don't cost you nothing to comment. Subscribe, hit that bell notification. Yeah. Thank each and every one of my subscribers.
Let's do this.
I thank each and every one of my viewers. Yes. I'd also like to take this moment to wish my cousin in Germany a happy birthday. Yes. Happy birthday, Billy. All right. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day today. I know I'm having a very beautiful start to my day. Mostly because you have taken the time to spend a little time with me. I greatly appreciate that. There are many content makers out there.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, and many of them are much better than I.
Turn right.
And you choose to share a little of your precious, precious time with me. Thank you very much.
Stay left and then turn left.
Well, I wanted to bring you a video this morning. I was going to bring you
Turn
some,
left.
I was going to bring you some ships, but quite honestly, I thought, well, I'll bring you some trucks first. All right. I got a string of them, don't I? All right. Here we go.
Stay right.
Well, I guess I will. It's been a couple of days. I've been a little busy. That's no excuse, but it's the only, well, it is an excuse, but it's the only one I got. All right, all right. take us a little trip. Grab your coffee, get up in this seat, and let's go. Don't mind dog hair. Chewy rides with me quite a bit, you know. He's outside running around right now. That's one thing I don't do anymore. I can barely walk. I sure can't run.
Stay right.
Oh, brother. I haven't talked to my brother in a couple of days. The last I heard, he was a little bit sick, or a whole lot sick, or he just wasn't feeling good at all. I hope he's doing better. Hope you're feeling better, Mark. Knock on wood, I don't get sick too often. I ain't been sick in probably 8 or 10 years. And that little sinus, I have that all the time. My sinuses drive me crazy sometimes. Trust me, it's a short drive. It'd be a short drive for me. Now we got 392 to go. Still going uphill. Now you will notice a lot of the time the volume seems to muffle or mutter with the different engine sounds. But I don't hear that play in the game. I just hear that on the recording, so I don't know how to explain why that is, but it is. It seems like whenever the engine revs up good or whatever, then it'll muddle down. I'm sorry, I
Go straight.
took my eyes off the computer and I went across the road. Good thing I weren't in a curve. and it's shown to be 8:54 in the PM. Game time. We should be there about 3:47. But I tell you, if I find a place I can pull over and nap, we'll drive it in the daytime as much as we can. Pretty rough turn up the road here, just a piece. No need to get up too much speed. One thing about driving Idaho, with all the mountains and such, you do have quite a bit of turns. And they don't have the option to make it a long sweeping turn because of the terrain. Gotta follow the lay of the land in a lot of situations like that. And back in the day, long before I was ever thought of, you didn't have eminent domain, meaning they could take your land and use it to build a road or whatever. And a lot of the people back then said, no, this is my land, you cannot have it. And therefore, that's why you'll see in some places roads curve and bend like they do. Ideally, you want to go straight as much as possible. But then you gotta go where you can go. I'm not seeing no place to pull over and sleep. If y'all see something coming up, you let me know. All right. Share this video. Share it with your family, your friends. Share it with your dog. You ain't got a dog, share it with your cat. All right. Of course, that's one thing
Go
about
straight.
being in the upper states that I've noticed is there's not a lot of spots to get your truck repaired. There's not a lot of spots to pull over and rest, both in the game and real life. Wish it was, but it's not. The trucking industry is a multi-billion-dollar outfit. Okay? Multi-billion-dollar outfit. And the driver gets the short end of the stick every time.
Get ready to turn left.
Every time. Why do you think
Turn left.
so many of the old hands are getting out? Well, some of them, like myself, got out of trucking simply because they had an accident that left them disabled or whatever. Some of them, well, they just flat got old, but the most of them got tired of being lied to. There is no driver shortage. As they try to sell the Publicon, trust me, there's not a driver shortage. You cannot convince me of that. But there is a bunch of lies. The carrier tells the customer, I will deliver your load for. The customer says, well, I'll pay you for. And then the company
Go straight.
takes the driver who does 95% of all the work. Only 5% or so
Stay right, and then continue straight.
of the work is done.
Go straight.
Setting the load up, etc. Making sure that side's done. But the most of the work is done by the driver. And he is the least paid. Okay? I'm going to pay $1,000 just for the sake of a number. I'm going to pay $1,000 to the company to deliver my goods to the next location. Okay? So I pay that $1,000 and I know my load's going to be delivered. The company hires drivers, and they usually hire the drivers on a per mile basis and only pay them pennies. I think right now the average is about 48 cents to 60 cents on average. Some a little less, some a little more, but right in that ballpark. And the driver says, well, okay, I'm going to work for you for that. And then the driver gets out there and realizes, well, I'm only getting paid this much. I should be getting this. I should be getting that. Yeah, you should. You really, really, really should. But at the same time, you agreed to work for said company for said pay. You should reevaluate and say, okay, I'll go to work with this company instead, but this company here, you need to have it in writing. You pay me X, whatever X may be. But see, I pay getting off subject, I paid that $1,000 to have the load delivered. Well, the company gets that $1,000 and they do with it what they do with it. But the driver only makes maybe a couple $100 on it. And then if you go through a broker, the broker gets that $1,000 and he says he puts it on a job board for people to say, okay, I'll take that job or I won't, whatever. And he says, well, I'm going to pay you 40% of the load. What'd that load cost? Well, see, there's the kicker. He's going to turn around and tell you, well, all I got for the load was $800 when he actually got $1,000. So he pays you the 40% of 800 instead of the 40% of 1,000, which he actually got. And people are starting to wake up to this. They're getting tired of it. Now, I've been out there. I know what goes on. And beyond popular belief, I'm not stupid. It costs a lot of money to keep these trucks on the road.
Stay right, and then continue straight.
But me as a
Go
driver,
straight.
I make what I make. But I don't get to go home at the end of the day. Often I'm 500 plus miles away from home.
Go straight.
So I crawl up in the bed of the truck, go to sleep. Or in the bunk, I mean. Then I
Go
gotta
straight.
eat at a truck stop most of the time. Unless I got a refrigerator and a hot plate in the truck that I can warm things up with. And that gets real expensive real quick. You think that little $15, $18 to go out to eat is a lot of money.
Go straight.
Do that 7 days a week, 3 times a day. Or 2 times a day. Because not everybody eats 3 meals a day. Even though they could. A truck driver, he's got to get, and he's
Go
got
straight.
to get with it now. He don't have time or the luxury to sit there and have a good meal and all that. He's got to be rolling. Because every minute he's sitting there, he ain't making no money. So the industry lies to you. They can deal with the police. You got one light out, they want to write the whole truck up and park it. You got mud flappings not quite up to snuff, they want to park you. You're just a little low on coolant, they want to park you. I could go on and on and on. But at the same time, Mary Jane, Uncle Paul sitting over there, driving that little car, and they got it all duct taped together. Bumpers falling off.
Stay
They
right,
got
and then turn right.
baling wire, duct tape, whatnot, holding
Turn
it
right.
together. Got one headlamp burned out. Turn signals don't work. And nobody says a word. So the company's sitting there making money hand over fist, paying their driver squat, and the driver does all the work. Driver don't get to go home and see his family. Got 191 mile go. I see a place to pull over here in Boise. So we're going to pull over and sleep, get up. Well, it's 2 a.m. We're going to drive it. It is what it is. that's the way it is with truck drivers a lot of the time. The driver constantly gets lied to, and then you get
Stay
the
left.
company tells the dispatcher, hey, I want that load here at said time. And this has happened to me. Dispatch calls me and says, hey man, I need that load there. You gonna be there? You gonna be there? I tell them, nope, I'm not gonna be there. Well, why aren't you gonna be there? Because you won't shut up and leave me alone. If I've got to stop and call you or answer you on the computer, you are interfering with me doing my job. But if I don't call them, oh Lord, I'm in all kind of trouble. You know, they go really griping. Well, I need that load there yesterday, or that load has to be there by 5 a.m. Okay. Leave me alone, I'll get the job done. Just like I said I would. You pull in the yard 20 minutes before 5. Okay? You're there by 5 a.m. You pull in at 20 minutes to 5. And they didn't even know you were coming. Oh, I thought that load was going to be here this weekend on Friday. I didn't expect the load to be here on Wednesday. Well, that's not what I was told. I was told I needed to get it there by 5 a.m. Here it's 4:40 a.m., so I know I'm on time. Well, no, it's not supposed to be here till Friday, but we'll take it. Yeah. And then you get, oh, will you do me a favor? No. What do you want? Well, I need that load across town. It's only about 10 miles. You paying me for it? No. Then get the thing unloaded. And then the company will say, well, give them a 2-hour leeway, okay? And then we'll start charging them. Well, the company's not telling you what they're charging them. We'll pay you $50 an hour just for a number for detention pay. They turn around, they're making $150 for sitting there waiting to get unloaded. And they robbing you blind. Why are the old hands leaving? Got 121 miles to go. They don't need people with experience. They need people who won't question, that are just smart enough to get that truck down the road, and just dumb enough not to see what they're doing. And why are All these truck companies going under. I've got a theory. I can't exactly prove it, but you got all these people you gotta pay. You're paying this CEO $100,000 a year to sit on his butt, pick up a phone 3 or 4 times a day, and make sure the managers are doing what they're supposed to do. You're paying managers $75,000 a year to sit there and make sure that the dispatchers are doing what they're doing. You're paying them who knows what, and they go home every 8 hours. And then you're paying your driver 50 cents a mile. He don't get to go home. And then your owner operators, yeah, they get a little bit more. They usually get between $1 and $3 a mile, pending. Because the company ain't got to maintain that vehicle. But out of that $3, well, we'll say $1, just to keep figures easy. Out of that $1, the truck's making 65 cents. You're bringing in the rest. Little old 35 cents. So in essence, you're driving for 35 cents a mile, because it takes the rest of that money to put fuel in there, keep all the licenses and insurance, and breakdowns and all that. But yet the company was paid $1,000 to do the load. A lot of it is just simply squandering money. Alright, it says we'll be there about 5:20 a.m. It's starting to get daylight. Alright, we got 28 miles to go. So no, you don't have a driver shortage. You have a bunch of inexperienced people that don't even know the unwritten rules of the road. Not to mention the written rules of the road. These so-called truck driving schools do not teach you how to drive. They teach you how to pass a test. They don't teach you how to drive.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Anybody,
Get ready to turn right.
I don't care who you are, come out,
Turn right.
jump up in this truck, and know everything you're doing. And you don't do it for 6 months. You don't do it for a year and know what you're doing. You got an idea,
Go straight.
but you ain't got no experience. A year ain't nothing. 6
Get ready
months
to turn
ain't
right.
nothing. You've got to be on the road,
Turn right.
in my personal opinion, at least 2 years. Because that first year, 18 months, you're just getting the hang of it.
It's all over now.
So no, they pump out thousands of driver's license every year for new CDL drivers. Thousands. So no, there ain't no driver shortage. There's a shortage. There's a shortage of knowledgeable people out there driving trucks that know what they're doing. But there's not a shortage of drivers. All right. Shut her down. See, I just delivered that load. Now, in reality, 9 out of 10 times, you got to go somewhere else to get another load, and you don't get paid for that. Or you got to go find a parking spot to shut down for 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever. You don't get paid for that. So yeah, there's a lot about it that a lot of people don't look at. But with that said, that's the end of this video. Y'all be careful. Y'all be kind. May God bless you and keep you.